Hi there. So last week I wasn't really able to get the audio that I necessarily wanted on my video because my microphone wasn't recording from my microphone, it was recording from my phone, so it didn't really sound as good as I thought it was going to. So to fix that, I went out and I bought this. So hopefully we have some better sound quality going forward. We'll see what happens. You know, it was $5 microphone, so we'll see just how well it performs. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I have some somewhat new equipment, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, welcome to the video. I hope you enjoy it. Hi there. So I am both physically and metaphorically a big fan of Pokemon. I grew up playing the games. It was a big part of my childhood, and even to this day, I dare anyone to tell me they could beat me in a Pokemon battle, because my direct response would be, "Come at me, you noob wiener." Now, there are a lot of opinions in the Pokemon community, and that leads to a lot of arguments, like what games are best, or is Pokemon as good as it used to be? And today, I'm here to talk about the most important question, and most importantly, the correct answer to the most important question. What is the best Pokemon? Out of all 890 creatures made available over the past 8 generations and past 25 years, which one's the best? Well, allow me to answer that question. The best Pokemon in the entirety of the Pokemon universe is Furret, and you cannot change my mind otherwise. Now, for anyone who isn't particularly well-versed or hasn't really been paying attention for the past couple of years, as I said before, as of the recording of this video, there are 890 Pokemon that have been granted to us over 8 generations and 25 years. There are 18 different types that a Pokemon can be, with each of them corresponding to a different sort of elemental property or another, such as fire, water, and grass, or other weird ones like ghost, psychic, and fighting. The Pokemon universe has a plethora of creatures, from beavers to giant bees to the god of all creation. However, none of them, with all of their varied features, come even close to this guy right here. This is Furret, and it is the ultimate Pokemon. Let me explain. Like I said before, Pokemon can consist of up to 2 types, and each one has their own advantages and disadvantages that can be used or exploited. Now, some of these make more sense than others. For example, if you have a fire-type Pokemon, then water is obviously going to be a lot more powerful against it. But there are some that make a little less sense, like flying-type being more powerful than fighting-type, which I guess the rationale is that it would be hard to punch a bird, but I feel like if you got one good hit on it with semi-decent force, you'd be able to, at the very least, incapacitate it. So I feel like that should be switched up a little bit. Anyway, moving on. Among all of these different typings, there exists one true neutral. Among the ghosts, the dragons, and sea monsters, there stands a typing so powerful, so indomitable, that any fool willing to go against it is just that, a fool. This is the normal typing, and it's what Furret falls under. Having a normal type Pokemon is akin to having a cat or a dog, or in this case a ferret, on your team. So how is this guy, essentially a house pet, able to stand up against the absolute monsters of the Pokemon universe? Well, I'll tell you how. Firstly, Furret benefits from its normal typing because it only has one true weakness, and that is fighting type Pokemon. Now, when compared to other types that have multiple weaknesses, this is a major advantage in terms of fighting. This means that fighting types are the only ones capable of landing a super effective hit, that being an attack that does increased damage based off of how effective one type is against another. Once again, think fire and water. Second, normal Pokemon are unique in that a lot of them are capable of learning different kinds of attacks, and Furret is one of them. This means that Furret is capable of learning multiple types of attacks that can super effectively hit most types of Pokemon. So overall, you have a Pokemon that only has one weakness that's capable of learning attacks that can affect multiple weaknesses, and just in general, that just means you got a pretty good Pokemon right there, bud. Now that we have all that technical jargon out of the way, we can look at the most important aspect of what makes Furret the ultimate Pokemon.
Look at that face!
I mean, look at this guy. You cannot tell me that the world is not fundamentally a worse place because Furret does not exist in this world. I mean, think of the practical applications of having one just floating around in real life, all right? First off, these things are canonically 6 feet tall within the Pokemon universe, meaning that if the Suns had one of these in place of Chris Paul, they probably would have been champions. I constantly live in a state of despair at the fact that this is not a real thing, and I really wish it was. Like, imagine the bragging rights if you had one of these things in the real world, right? Like, imagine just out in public, you got one dude walking his Shih Tzu, you got another lady walking her Schnauzer, and then here comes Bob Badass walking around with his fur noodle, just 6 foot tall ferret, just like walking around, hanging out. You know how dope that would be? You know how much bragging rights you would have by doing that? That would be so insane, all right? Ferrets compared to Furret are nothing. I could never even look at a ferret without being disgusted because this thing is far better. This would also be perfect just for everyday use. Like, you got a lonely granny who needs to pull stuff off high shelves? Boom, Furret. You need an emotional support animal? Boom, Furret. You got something stuck in a hole that you don't want to tell anybody about? Boom, Furret. I mean, it's the ultimate Pokemon, and it's just perfect. Now, there's a very high likelihood that I'm just taking this too seriously, and I'll fully and openly admit that, but, I mean, just, come on. Like, can you blame me? Like, you can't tell me you don't think this thing is cute, because it is, and if you told me, you'd be lying. Not just to me, but also to God, and lying makes God sad, so don't lie, kids. But So that's pretty much all I wanted to go over with this video. Just kind of, why this is the best Pokemon, why I'm correct, and, no one can absolutely defy me because I am correct once again. Let's not forget that. But yeah, stay tuned because next week's video, we're talking about me fighting a silverback gorilla. So, stay tuned to see how I do that. All right, see ya.